Hi, Dr. Marianne here. We're getting ready to launch a new promotion for my reading step-by-step reading program to get out for only $39.99. This is unprecedented, and I'm very excited because I want to reach 300,000 kids, dyslexic kids, and I want to help 20,000 teachers get trained without them having to spend 30 to 40,000 for a long program. You can get started right away. But I wanted to share something that I didn't learn about dyslexia until my fourth year in college in special ed. I was studying to be a special ed teacher, and I was working in a classroom. It was my fourth year teaching, and it was in a special ed classroom. And I was using all the best practices that I was learning in my credential programs, but I knew there had to be something more. And it was very interesting that suddenly I was working in the private school setting and doing a search of Sam Orton and Orton Gillingham. And, God sent me to a woman who was using music with her reading program. And I had never heard that before. And it had such an impact in my reading program at the private school. I did a summer school course for only 6 weeks, and I saw kids make 1 to 3 year gains in reading fluency, reading comprehension, and their spelling. And I even had a student whose parent was going to sue a local school district that didn't, because her son broke the code. We call it breaking the code when you understand. So even though the child isn't reading at grade level, they're at least able to receive what the amazing special ed teachers pull together in the classrooms. But, I thought this was very interesting that, we do other things for our health, and we're always trying new things. So, if you're taking certain supplements and you want to add a different supplement and a third supplement or Juice Plus, and you want to eat organically. Well, why don't people do this for reading? If something is working, fine, but if it's not working, try something new. So it's very interesting that I was on the board for the International Dyslexia Association for 4 years, and I never got to speak about using music to the general public. I could speak about an Orton Gillingham model. When I used to work with the company Spire, I was able to train people in the Spire curriculum because it was Orton Gillingham based. And then after I got my Orton Gillingham 200 hours, I never got the certification because they changed leaders on me 3 times. And I just said, you know what, I've got the 200 hours. I know what I'm doing. I was able to present with Dr. Marianne, and many of you have heard of her, with UCLA, and she's working with dyslexia. So people are just afraid of using the music. And the only reasons I could understand are because their data is for not music. So once you introduce music, you have another, is it the dependent variable? And you cannot, it skews the data. So if you're not worried about the data, you're just worried about or concerned about getting your child help, try my program. Step-by-step reading uses music. I have an app that I made free. It's called CDSM. So the other reading program, I call it level 2, but you don't need level 1 for level 2. Level 2 is for people who have had Orton Gillingham training. Maybe you've gone halfway through, you couldn't continue to afford it, or they changed leaders on you, so you quit. But maybe you had some surgery, maybe you took a lapse of time, maybe you retired, but you're ready to jump right in. I give you some real excellent tips on how to move right back into working with kids with dyslexia with my level 2. So they're both only $39.99. So I use these patches, and I talk about this on my YouTube. These are the X39 patches that stimulate they stimulate your own stem cells for growth and activity. and activation, and it helps with mental clarity, which helps with executive functioning. So when they collect their data, they have over 80 researches, and they put the patch on the back of your neck or under your belly button. However, if you have other pain, put the patch on the area of pain. I put it on my knee. I put it on the back of my knee when I had an ugly bruise one time, and the bruise disappeared in 2 days. So they do something different. They allow you to do something different, but the data collected is on the back of the neck and under the belly button. So, there's other things we do that I know we have to try different things and not be locked in a box. Your child needs to read. I had one of the women who bought my curriculum in the beginning of the school year for adults. She said that her administrators are seeing the value of the reading program with the music. And she said it has great influence for second language learners, for ESL. So she says she has to change it up a little bit because of the older adults. But I'll tell you, people who have private practices are very busy, and even having time to interview them on my channel has been a challenge. But I can get pieces of their testimony that prove this is amazing. So who is this for? This is for tutors. It's for parents of dyslexic children. It's for teachers who you want to pay for it yourself. Okay, don't wait for the school to pay for your training. I'm only charging you $39.99, and you can sign up for a month and get this training on your own in 3.5 hours or 6 hours. It's at your own pace. You can do it with a friend. You can do it on your own. So either program, the step-by-step reading or the level 2, which is the Science of Reading, more Orton Gillingham model. And I just want to say, how many of you have had mosquito bites? Okay, this has been a weird season for mosquito bites. So I started with calamine lotion. Then the woman who gives me the pedicures put hand sanitizer on my legs. And it was amazing that stopped the itch. So then I was doing the hand sanitizer on my arms or legs. But then that didn't seem to work. And what I tried was I got a rag and wet it and put it in the microwave, and I made it as hot as would be allowable without burning me. And I put a hot, steamy rag on my legs. That killed the itch. So try something new if what you're doing isn't working, is my point, okay? Don't be stuck in a box. And I just have to say, when I first learned about music, I had a student at the private school read on the computer. When he did not have the music in the left ear, it was very difficult for him to read. When he did have the music in the left ear, he could read from the computer beautifully. And then I had a whiteboard, and I had 2 columns of words that were related. Without the music, he struggled connecting those 2 columns of words. With the music, without a jaggedy line, he easily connected the 2 columns of words that were related. So I just want to say, music has a profound impact on the brain. A neuroscientist actually told me I was tapping into quantum physics. So there you go. He said, you should double your price of your program. Let me help you write a grant. Well, we didn't do that. I didn't double my price. And then I just had such amazing testimonies. I hope you look for this and you take advantage, at least buy 1 month's worth for $39.99. See what it's about. And if you like what you see, you can continue. I'm going to have monthly subscriptions for the same price. And you can continue and get Facebook group support and monthly Zoom support. So look forward also to an interview with David Weber. We're going to have some dialogue about this program. Talk to you soon. Thanks for listening. Dr. Marianne Cintron. Go to my website, dys-sol.com. Bye-bye.